So, some realizations occurred while we were watching this show.
It appears that this anime has two names.
It does.
It appears that one of those names, you may remember from
Candidate for Goddess. It was, we've talked about it before.
You may remember this from Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 129. Fandom Flux are smirked. And we're so smirked today.
Yeah, that name couldn't have been more apropos or, precognitioned for this very moment right now. Because the alternate title for Candidate for Goddess is,
Pilot Candidate.
Pilot Candidate, yeah.
So, you may recall, if you've been watching for this for a long time, when you somehow have an impeccable memory, last time we did this, Kenji had previously watched this before, and Casey had watched this, but me and Slicer did not. Well,
I like how you're trying to dodge blame. It's cute.
No, I'm saying this because I got some fresh hot takes right here that I didn't have before. So
also, Weasel was not here last time.
Yeah,
so
there is some validity to this episode existing, I swear.
Just
this
not
was
much.
Before my time.
Okay, so Pilot Candidate is a show that tries to rip off Gundam. There's a planet called Zion, which sounds a lot like the name Zeon from Gundam.
From what it sounds like the characters are saying, it's pronounced Shion.
That's stupid. So it's
do
Zion.
they have a Z in the Japanese alphabet? Well, a Z character.
Oh.
Well,
kind of. But it is Zion spelled in English, which makes me think of Zeon, which is like a country in Gundam. But never mind.
In fairness, they're both referencing the same thing. Zion is the last city or something. I think it's Hebrew myth.
Yeah, but screw that. You're borrowing from the same thing that's already been done before. Try to be original. Okay. So this show...
When the entire concept is just Gundam, I mean...
So this show starts on a bad CGI statue with operatic big music playing, and then there's a guy running in a hallway. This is a great opening, everybody.
Yep, just a kid running in a hallway, and it looks like the camera's been smeared with Vaseline for some reason. Not entirely.
The super orchestral soundtrack to this anime does not fit with this anime at all. I know what they're going for with the whole space thing.
It's a space opera. Get it?
But there's on the nose, and then there's your fingers up the nose. Okay, you're touching the brain here.
You know what I want to see? A space opera that's an actual opera.
I think that exists.
Oh.
And so, if the animation wasn't so bad and the CGI wasn't so bad and the character designs weren't so bad, maybe I wouldn't mind it as much, I guess.
At the risk of running commentary that I've already given, this show was produced in 2000. It looks like it comes from the arse end of the 80s. at the absolute latest.
So, we have our pilot candidate, whose name is Zero. And
Zero.
I just want to say, whenever you meet somebody who has the same name as you, they're either one of your closest confidants or your worst enemy.
I just want to point out, at this point, this suddenly became really, really relevant. The only reason we're doing this show, because I campaigned hard for us to veto this shit, is because Zero wanted to do it, because his name is Zero.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did not want any part of this.
I wanted to see how bad this could be. Because if you pick the name Zero, then your tastes are awful, and I would know because I picked the name Zero and my tastes are awful. So,
are you regretting that decision this week?
No, because I have a lot to talk about. So
we'll continue.
Okay. So not only is this protagonist barely a character, they're also annoying.
Yeah.
So the character is a special blood type that's super, super special. They were born special and for this job as a pilot because they want to be a pilot because being a pilot is awesome. So they're here to be a pilot because they're a pilot candidate to be a pilot for a pilot thing. Ah!
Well, you have to have that blood type to pilot a goddess.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid. Anyway.
Going hard.
It's not wrong.
It's really stupid. And what it does to this setting is be like, hey, you have to be born this special way. This is all just power given to you by birth. Congratulations, you were born. So, yeah, I don't like this at all.
You remember the phrase, heroes aren't born, they're made, or something like that?
Yeah, well, there is... I'll get to some hope that might happen. But first of all...
I'll be very happy to snuff out that hope when we get to it.
There are these goddesses that are these giant robot Gundams. and you enter them. Gundams. You enter these Gundams that are made to look like females by going through a special capsule between the boobs. That's the entrance. Okay?
Someone did not really do very well in sex ed class. That's not where it goes. It can go there, but it doesn't really do anything.
It can go there, but like at first from the perspective I thought it was lower, but nope, I was wrong. So our protagonist person is running around the ship being a real like ball of energy, and then he runs into the rival character. You know he's the rival because he says every single line that you've heard before, has white hair and red eyes, and is kind of a jerk.
Hey.
You have blue eyes, shut up. Anyways, rival character has nothing to him at all. He's not really a character either.
I want to stop that. Even if... Why are you being offended? Why are you offended, Casey? I want to hear this real quick.
Because he's an albino, you douche.
I'm aware of this, but what about what Zero said offended you?
Yeah, okay, it's pretty accurate, but shut up.
You are the rival character. If this was a thing, you would be that person anyway.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that.
No, I think Casey would be the main character in Zero.
Casey's the rival.
That's not true.
Casey's too much of a snarky dick to be the main character.
Casey's the rival character that's had some character development, and so he's not really fully an enemy, but still,
At best, Casey is the nerdy rival archetype. I beat Uryu.
Congratulations.
Albino Ryu.
So we meet rival
way
character.
Cooler that way, you gotta admit.
So we meet rival character who is also barely a character, and then they fall onto each other because they're boys.
Because gay.
Yeah. Can you feel the love tonight? So then he gets kicked by the rival character. He's like, dude, why'd you kick me? He's like, you're an idiot. Get off me. And he's like, well, dude, you're a jerk. Watch me use my super special power to pull your pants down. And then he does that. And then he stands in front of the door. And then another young boy just falls right on top of him. And like, it's just raining men in here. Wow, patient just jumped in at a good time. Anyways, gay undertones aside, our main character, also called Zero, meets the other character whose name really doesn't matter because he's just an exposition machine and not really a character either. There's also a teacher who's also kind of almost a character. And they get to
and
this...
he has stupid pince-nez sunglasses and they look ridiculous.
Yeah, and they get to the spaceship, which name doesn't matter. And our protagonist has to get a haircut and clean up and get ready. And he gets a haircut and it doesn't change much or anything.
Yeah, I saw no difference.
I double checked and maybe a tenth of an inch off. or the writing or the art is just inconsistent. I can't tell.
I think I said the exact same thing when we first did this. I think.
Yeah, okay. So he's wandering around and being like, yeah, space! Space! Space!
Gotta go to
And
space.
yeah, gotta get space, yeah.
I think I made that joke too, but...
Yeah, no, you gotta at least reference the oldies. So we go and everybody's doing their thing, and our protagonist guy is like, boy, these are the robots. Wow. Oh, also earlier we saw all the special robot pilots, and one was kind of a dick, but like, okay. They really didn't have much personality other than one guy's kind of a dick, the other person's kind of a calm person, and yeah, these are character traits. They all leave, and you have two shadowy people who are all like, we have to replace a pilot eventually. They can't fight for too long. I have a feeling our protagonist is going to fight for quite a while. So, we gotta not leave a blank spot because we gotta protect the planet. So, our main character is walking over into the place full of the giant female robots.
Gundams.
Yeah. I don't know why they made the robots have boobs, but I can't judge the creator's aesthetics quite easily.
Yeah,
so,
it's an anime. Shouldn't one of those robots be a lolly?
Oh, no, please don't. That makes it like 100,000 times weirder. I really don't want that. So he walks over, and the cleavage capsule opens up, and it's inviting him into the robot, and he's like, you know what? This is kind of cool. I think I'll just jump in here. Or rather, he's getting sucked in or something. I don't know. I don't care. So, and then you have the mechanic girl who is like, hey, wait, no, you're not supposed to. And he goes in, and she's like,
she pushes
oh, no.
him in, actually.
No, she reaches for him, but she doesn't.
No, she thinks he's about to touch her, so she pushes him away, and he falls in. But then she realizes, oh, shit, and tries to grab him.
Yeah, and then tries to grab him. But she's like, oh, no, if the wrong pilot goes in, they'll have their entire personality and everything overridden, and that's just gonna like this.
That the goddesses are attuned to every specification of the original pilot, including the personality. So if someone else tries to go in there, it can be deadly.
Yeah, it can destroy their personality and everything.
No, just destroy them.
I'm pretty sure that's the phrasing was destroy personality and memories.
It was not. I just watched
not make this an argument.
Before.
I don't really care enough to have.
I don't care. I was hoping, like it would just kind of destroy his personality, but I guess not. That was my one hope. Thank you for crushing it. So, yeah, he's in the robot, and then he hears a voice being like, "Yo, find me, dude." And he's like, "Sure, girl." And it's like, oh, the robot's completely connected to him. Well, that's kind of neat. Find out next time when he talks to the white-haired girl in the robot who wants him to do something because there's a plot somewhere. And we picked it up off the floor, and we're not sure who dropped it. But we think it might be Gundam or something else. I don't know. It kind of mixed in with a few things.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't in this episode. Someone dropped it, so
yeah. We currently have we found it in Lost and Found, actually. If you know the owner of this plot, please tell them to go screw themselves because this is ours now. This show really doesn't have an original bone in its body, to the point where I have to wonder, was it just money that they made this for? Was that why the CGI was so cheap?
Whoa, the manga is actually semi-popular.
Yeah, around for 4 years, which is pretty good for a Gundam manga. They don't do as well as they used to anymore.
And it's actually the previous work of the same chick who made that Elemental Gelade. I know it's not.
Yeah, but you see, Elemental Glade. I watched the first couple episodes of that. That may be like ripping off a ton of different things, but at least it's semi-unique in certain aspects. This was just
derivative.
Yeah, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I mean, right before the manga for this started, Evangelion deconstructed the entire genre and all of the tropes that this show is using. Every single one. So, I don't know what the point of this show is.
Money.
Big ass robot cash grab, brah.
Yeah, that's basically it. We found some CGI models on the floor.
Why is everything on the floor?
Somebody keeps dropping these. Somebody just keeps dropping these, and we're just like, well, if you're not going to use.
That's where things go when you don't care to pick them back up. That's where you find them.
They fell off somebody's work. They were just kind of rejected things, and we were like, you know what? If you're not going to use this trash, we'll turn this trash into a treasure. And then we tried.
You turn it into slightly more valuable trash. Like, this is something you can sell at a thrift shop now.
Yeah.
From the thrift shop down the road.
From dollar store to thrift shop, we're working our way up in the world. It's at the dollar store, half off.
So this show, when I first saw this show, I don't remember when it was exactly, but I was younger and it was on like Toonami or something, as Weasel saw it as well on Toonami. Mm-hmm. This is one of those shows where, you know how you watch something and you try to trick yourself into thinking it's good?
Yeah.
This was one of those shows that I tried to trick myself into thinking was good.
Plus, I was pretty young when I saw it.
I remember when I was younger and I would look on Toonami, I'd be like, oh, hey, that Full Metal Alchemist thing looks cool. And then it was cool. But this is just...
Yeah, this was not like that. You see, even as a child... This is not me saying this with 10 years of hindsight behind me. This was me then. It was like, this isn't really that good. I need to not watch this.
Yeah, and even as a kid watching it, I didn't like it.
You watched this in 2007?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'm so feeling you, Kenshi.
I love the soundtrack, the operatic stuff, but it doesn't fit at all. And it's way too on the nose. It's really good. I can see they put their money there and not anywhere else. But good on you for having a not fitting soundtrack that made the whole thing just kind of feel awkward and stilted because the rest of the show didn't live up to the soundtrack. See, that's a dangerous thing when you have a really good soundtrack and nothing else, is that it can be a little bit difficult to live up to that soundtrack, and otherwise the soundtrack just feels wasted.
Soundtrack didn't seem that great to me.
It was nice. It was orchestral.
I wouldn't say it was a great soundtrack. I'd say it was a soundtrack that was passable and used a very austere sound that didn't fit the show in the slightest.
Yeah.
I mean, for austere sounding soundtracks, it's not stellar. It's okay.
I feel like it could have been, if you put it in a different show, you could have been pretty good.
Yeah, it would have been fine, but this was just so tonally dissonant that it just didn't make sense here at all.
Yeah. I guess last couple of my ranty thoughts on this is that opening was just... We didn't talk about the entirety of the opening, but the entirety of the opening was just kind of not good. Just editing-wise, the production value of it, the choices they made with which scenes to include, it just...
And the ending was just the characters going by On a backdrop, frozen.
I feel like an opening can leave a real impression of what type of show you're really getting into, and it can really sell the show a lot of the time. And the opening for this told me what I was getting into. That's for sure.
Nothing.
Yeah, because it's just music and things running and like.
All right. So are we gonna roll?
Yeah, I think we should roll another one.
Oh my god.
Patient has the list ready, who, by the way, can't talk right
cool.
now.
Yeah, patient is currently muted.
Yeah, he says he can't talk right now.
He's at work.
I got the magic.
Patient one is also currently the silent one.
That sounded really weird with the echo. 4. D.
Okay, this can be good. This can be bad.
I'm
Why
on
would it be
vitamin
bad?
D supplements.
Because, hey, shut up.
Everything can be good or bad. Okay, so we got out of 88. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Moment of truth. 26. What do we get? I don't even know what to expect out of this. Dazzle.
Dazzle.
I don't like the sound of that.
It's a spin-off from X-Men. It's Dazzler's own personal anime.
Oh God.
I really doubt that.
Yes, because the
All right, I got it. I'll read the summary for this. Dazzle. When the extremely energetic Razzle is suddenly kicked out of her home to go out and see the world, she quickly attaches herself to Alzid, a grumpy but attractive wanderer who is seeking vengeance for his father. As they travel together, reluctantly on Alzid's part, Razzle quickly realizes that there's more to him than meets the eye.
Okay.
Robots in disguise?
Oh my god, she's literally razzle dazzle.
Yes, I know. I caught that as soon as I started reading.
See,
Razzle.
the only reason I know Dazzler exists as an X-Man is because of the VG Cats comic, where there was a line where she said, "Oh wow, look at my powers! I've got razzle dazzle." Yeah.
Razzle.
So, I hate this, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah,
Does that say 2008, 3, or 0?
2008.
Okay.
The tags for this, in case you're curious, are adventure, comedy, drama, fantasy, and romance.
So we technically have veto numbers here, because Patient is around, if silent. In fairness, he's in the chat. So, anyone gonna try and campaign for this to be vetoed?
I'm gonna hate this, but in all good conscience, I can't veto it.
Yeah, I don't want to veto it.
We've seen how much worse this can be. I'll take a nothing of a show over terrible, terrible things that could come up.
Terrible things that could scar you for life.
I'm looking at some of the reviews for this. One person gave it a 8 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
I don't trust other people.
So at the worst people tend to think it's a 6, which, yeah, I guess that's one.
This show is a 7, but I deserve an 8. Okay?
Kenshi and his ego.
I'm like,
Okay, see you, Patient.
all right, Patient's gone.
He says,
we know.
Alright, if there aren't going to be any vetoes, I must go.
Unless everybody else wants to veto it, I'm not going to veto it.
Looks like we're watching whatever the hell this is.
Razzle dazzle.
Well, I'm not calling it that. If you call it that next week, I'm dropping the call.
You know, as soon as you said razzle dazzle, Patient left, so I think you killed him.
Call it razzmatazz instead, if you prefer.
Blammy and Razzmatazz.
This is the this is my
Dr. Roxa, the rock and roll
this-
clown.
this is my favorite anime. Razzle
cocaine.
dazzle. Hey Razzle, how do you dazzle?
I feel like we named a Pokemon Razzmatazz.
We
I think
did.
we did.
What was he?
Sweet.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember like when he died, it was kind of sad.
Oh, you mean in the
Yeah.
in the Blaze Black run? Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what he was, but I think we used him a lot, but we only had him for like a little while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
Such
is
is
tradition.
All right, so that's what we're doing next week, and this is a show that we probably haven't done before. So that's
We definitely haven't done this before.
it's
Yeah,
not really a point
otherwise
in its favor, but it's not a point against it either. So
Hey, at least it's not. At least it's not GoBots Gundams. It's not dime store Gundams. That's something.
Go,
That's
go,
true.
go, bots. Transformers, go, bots.
in fairness, I don't actually know what this is either. So
Neither do I.
yeah. All right. So
It's
Dazzle
Mom.
next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.